Twitter and Instagram are just simply Shantae. I hope the audio is good. I hope you guys hear me. Just going to make sure this audio is all set. My camera is like a little fuzzy. Don't know what's going on. But I want to talk about just two topics. COVID, of course, and the VP debates. So just going to give you some numbers on COVID. I'm not going to be long-winded because I am just did my project while writing the, watching the debates. So here we are. So in terms of the global confirmed cases, according to the Johns Hopkins website, we had 36,071,253 cases of COVID-19 throughout the 188 countries, including the USA. Our global death toll is 1,054,609. These numbers are public knowledge. You could go on the website and look at it yourself. The U.S. confirmed cases were 7.5. So we're 7,547,929. I'm going to repeat those numbers again. U.S. confirmed cases, 7,547,929. The U.S. death toll is at 211,753. Good job, Mike Pence. You are the leader of the coronavirus task force. And speaking of the debate, we already know who won that debate. Y'all know that, right? I'm just going to play some clips from the debate, probably in the courtesy of ABC7. Let's see. Oh, ABC News, even that. Better. So, here goes Pence. You know his ass is lying, as always. So, just going to find the clip where she demolished that ass. Because she sure did. And trust me, it was the right thing to do.
Taylor, 26-year-old emergency room technician in Louisville, was shot and killed after police officers...
But no, I'm going to get to that part in a minute. But I do want to get into the COVID response part. Because she emasculated his ass on COVID response. Because if those who don't follow politics, Mike Pence is the leader, the head of the coronavirus task force. And you see that we have 7.5 million cases. We almost have 10 million cases around the world. We are not even 50% of the population on the world stage. We are at 20% of the population, and he has fucked up in many ways. And yes, I said that candidly. He has fucked up really bad. So people have been tweeting a lot. So this is the debate. So I'm just trying to find the clip where she basically pounced that ass.
Candidates. Please welcome California and Vice President. Let's begin with the ongoing pandemic that has cost our country so much. Senator Harris, the coronavirus is not under control. Over the past week, Johns Hopkins reports that 39 states have had more COVID cases over the past 7 days than in the week before. 9 states have set new records. Even if a vaccine is released soon, the next administration will face hard choices. What would a Biden administration do in January and February that a Trump administration wouldn't do? Would you impose new lockdowns for businesses and schools and hotspots? A federal mandate to wear masks? You have 2 minutes to respond without interruption.
Thank you, Susan. Well, the American people have witnessed what is the greatest failure of any presidential administration in the history of our country. And here are the facts. 210,000 dead people in our country in just the last several months. Over 7 million people who have contracted this disease. 1 in 5 businesses closed. We're looking at frontline workers who have been treated like sacrificial workers. We are looking at over 30 million people who in the last several months had to file for unemployment. And here's the thing. On January 28th, the vice president and the president were informed about the nature of this pandemic. They were informed that it's lethal in consequence, that it is airborne, that it will affect young people, and that it would be contracted because it is airborne. And they knew what was happening and they didn't tell you. Can you imagine if you knew on January 28th, as opposed to March 13th, what they knew, what you might have done to prepare? They knew and they covered it up. The president said it was a hoax. They minimized the seriousness of it. The president said, you're on one side of his ledger if you wear a mask, you're on the other side of his ledger if you don't. And in spite of all of that, today they still don't have a plan. They still don't have a plan. Well, Joe Biden does. And our plan is about what we need to do around a national strategy for contact tracing, for testing, for administration of the vaccine, and making sure that it will be free for all. That is the plan that Joe Biden has and that I have, knowing that we have to get a hold of what has been going on, and we need to save our country. And Joe Biden is the best leader to do that, and frankly, this administration has forfeited their right to re-election based on this.
Thank you.
Because of the botched up response to COVID, thank you, Mike Pence. We're always going to remember that. You will be part of the reason, besides Donald Trump, we all know he's fucking shit up for himself, but you, particularly, will be part of the reason why you guys will be voted out. There's already over 5 million people, I think 4 million people that have participated in early voting. For those who live in New York, because I live in New York, early voting starts on October 24th. Okay? Period. So she got his ass on that one. And of course, he didn't answer the questions. He didn't answer no questions. What he tried to do was try to filibuster and try to argue his way and try to basically kneecap Kamala, but it made him look like a chauvinist at the end of the day. He was trying to get her like how Donald Trump tried to get Joe Biden to answer his questions like they're the fucking moderators. And last time I checked, these motherfuckers are trying to run for re-election. Trying. Because it ain't working. Donald Trump is what? How many points behind? Even though I don't believe in polls, I think what matters is that we vote. But these motherfuckers, obviously, what they're doing to our democracy, it's all shitty. So Kamala did what she came to do and made it transparent that these assholes ain't living up to what they fucking living up to. Period. Also, there's another thing that was a stunning moment. Oh, wait. Let's play Pence's response.
February. Why is the U.S. death toll as a percentage of our population higher than that of almost every other wealthy country? And you have 2 minutes to respond without interruption.
Susan, thank you. And I want to thank the Commission and the University of Utah for hosting this event. And Senator Harris, it's a privilege to be on the stage from China. President Donald Trump did what no other American president had ever done. And that was he suspended all travel from China, the second largest economy in the world. Now, Senator Joe Biden opposed that decision. He said it was xenophobic and hysterical. But I can tell you, having led the White House Coronavirus Task Force, that decision alone by President Trump bought us invaluable time to stand up the greatest national mobilization since World War II.
Okay, see, right there, he lied the whole time throughout this thing. I'm not going to play much of him because he's a liar, obviously, and doesn't answer the question. Donald Trump did not ban travel to China. I think it was like mid-February or like early March. He did not ban travel right away. But he also didn't ban travel right away for Europe neither, because the European strand actually came to New York. Because I live in New York City. And my state was the most impacted, especially in the city. We still have the highest death toll here. We have over 32,000 people in New York State dead. We don't have the highest cases no more, but we sure enough have the highest death toll still. But there's states like California is trailing, almost about to surpass. They're about to surpass New Jersey, and if they did, they probably did already. California, Texas, and Florida. I think they surpassed New Jersey's death toll, and of course they surpassed New York's confirmed amount of cases. Let's be real. But overall, in this debate, we all know who won. We all know who tried to kneecap who. Kamala's my girl. Kamala always been my girl. I know people going to be like, oh, you're biased. You know, you don't hear the other side. No, I heard while I was doing my homework. Mike Pence lies. He's been a liar. Even though Tim Kaine didn't do the best, but Tim Kaine basically hit him 2016 with all that shit that Donald Trump has said, and he still didn't answer the question. And he tried that shit again and tried to make himself look good, but he ended up looking like a whole entire fucking liar. And that's all. So as I end this, we need to vote. You need to vote like your life depends on it. Because if you don't vote, we will have these same assholes again who will shit up the democracy, who will shit up everything that America stands for. And basically halt progress. So, therefore, have a good night.